you guys see Fauci do his final press conference at the White House? Everything's going fine. He's just lying and lying and lying and going completely against the science. Talking about masks. And out of nowhere, somebody dared to ask him a question. Probably the most obvious question in the history of questions. We had a worldwide P word. We had a worldwide pandemic. And we still don't know how it started. Well, we do, but he still won't admit how it started. And typically, that's one of the first things you do is, first of all, you identify, oh crap, there's a problem. Where did it come from? When there's a fire, they bring in an investigator, and he goes and looks for the root cause of the fire. That way it helps them determine, okay, was this bad actors? Did we do something wrong? Was it electrical? Was it just a regular fire? Did one of the appliances go bad? Like, you figure out the root of it, and that's the only way to prevent another one from happening. Same thing with the pandemic. You have a worldwide issue going around, killing millions of people, and he has no interest in finding out how it started. So what happened? He's up there talking about how great he is and how he saved the world. And then one reporter says, you guys ever figure out that whole Wuhan lab thing? Woo! Now, the Chicago Bears have an offensive line problem. They've been getting better, and we got our center back. But we have an offensive line problem. And Justin Fields, who I think is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, has been in trouble throughout the entire first half of the season because he's running for his life. I wish we had Pierre on our team. She jumped in to save Dr. Fauci like no one I've ever seen jump in to save anybody. It was like, what was that movie, In the Line of Fire? She acted like he was the president. All the lady asked was, hey, what's going on? Did you guys ever figure out the whole Wuhan lab thing? Where the came from? Did you guys ever figure that out? Whoa, we're not doing this. You're being rude. It's like, whoa.
So that's the thing that troubles me most about this.
Dr. Fauci, only 13% of...
Hold on one second. We have a process here. I'm not calling out on people who yell. And you're being disrespectful to your colleagues, and you're being disrespectful to our guests.
This woman, she's taking it personal. How dare you talk to our guests like that? Like, first of all, he's not a guest. He works for me. He locked down the plant, or he locked down our country. He made really bad suggestions. He made biased suggestions. Why do I call them biased suggestions? Let me turn on my wife. Sorry if it's loud. He made biased suggestions that only applied when it wasn't BLM. So you can't go to church. You don't want to praise Jesus. You can't go to school. There's no reason to learn anything. You got to limit yourselves to 3 people in the whole store. And the reasoning was, and him. They were his suggestions. He's just following the science. Because that's what he do, right? So all she asked him was, what's going on with this whole lab thing? Did you guys ever pinpoint? And Jean-Pierre, wow. Clint Eastwood, who else? Bodyguard, what was his name? Kevin Costner. She was just there. That was amazing. She just starts yelling. So then what was really cool is a African dude. I think he was African. I don't want to insult him, but it sounded like he's African. He goes, hey, what's going on? She asked a legitimate question. You know
I will
what?
not call on you if you yell. And also, you're taking time off the clock because Dr. Fauci has to leave in a couple of minutes. I'm done. I'm not getting into a back and forth with you. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Dr. Fauci,
But she's
only
asking
only
a
30.
great question.
You're not being me. Go ahead,
She's
Jeremy.
asking a valid question. You ask your question, you should allow her to ask a
Go ahead, Jeremy.
question. She's
Jeremy,
asking a valid
it's Jeremy.
question, Dr. Fauci,
It's
on
Jer-
the origin of COVID-19.
It is not your turn.
No, because
It is not your turn.
You can't on the same people. That's the thing. You can't read a press briefing. You need to call from people across the room. She has a valid question. She's asking about the origin of COVID-19.
I hear the question.
And Dr. Fauci is the best person to answer
I
that
hear your question, but we're not doing this the way you want it. This is a disrespectful. It is. I'm done. Simon, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you right now. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Go ahead. You're taking time away from your colleagues. Go ahead.
You know what? We're not doing this. I'm not doing this. I am done with you. Shut it down. How dare you ask the only man who can answer the most important question surrounding the... How dare you ask him the most obvious question? How did we get here? Shut it down. Don't you? How dare you? How dare you disrespect him by asking him a question? Phenomenal stuff. I just thought that was amazing. A little dust up. An amazing dust up at the press conference with Pierre and real reporters saying, "Hey, I have a question." You don't yell.